in braces for his last night, and he said he couldn't sit by the plate.
Or just, hey, start it with the splash up front.
I was
Hello, how can we help you?
I'm late for class.
Okay, come check in the office.
All right.
Well, welcome to this week's show. Not sure where Bruce is, but I guess...
Holy cow, I'm a little bit late.
No kidding.
I didn't know we had school today. But I'm here. That's all that matters.
Sometimes being late doesn't only affect you, Bryson.
Oh, anyways, let's get the show on the road.
Well, if you don't start showing up on time, you're going to have to drop out.
1.2 million high school students drop out.
That's about one student every 26 seconds.
And in the US, 75% of crimes are committed
I'm late for class.
Okay, come checking in the office.
All right.
Well, sorry for the delay. Bruce wasn't here yet. Not sure where he is, but welcome to this week's show.
Holy cow, I'm a little bit late. I didn't know we had school today.
No kidding. Yeah, you're a little bit late.
But I'm here. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but sometimes being late doesn't only affect you, Bryson.
Well, anyways, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, well, if you don't start showing up on time, you're going to have to drop out.
Did you know that every year 1.2 million high school students drop out?
That's about one student every 26 seconds.
And in the US, 75% of crimes are committed by high school dropouts.
Also, 90% of high school dropouts are on welfare.
That's a whole lot of not good stuff.
Stay in school, kids.
Bruce, you're going to have to get it together and quick.
Yeah, I should probably start doing my homework.
Yeah, well, fortunately, we have some good students at Sauk Rapids that actually get their homework done. Maybe you should follow their lead.
Yeah, but with work, it gets hard.
I get that, but there are a lot of students who work hard and are in activities.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of sports, though, why don't we send it over to Olivia and Kenan for this week's Storm Center?
Hey, it's Olivia.
And Kenan, and welcome to this week's Storm Sports Updates.
Wrestling had a meet last night at Fergus Falls and won 57-15, with Andrew Wallach getting his 75th win last night.
Did you hear that there's a girl on the wrestling team?
No, I didn't. Who is it?
Annabelle, and I heard she's doing one heck of a good job.
Their next meet is tomorrow at Eastview.
Tell me over to the other side of the mat. Gymnastics had their last home meet on Monday.
It was also senior night, highlighting the only senior and star. I'm still amazed by how they do all those flips and turns.
It's crazy, and I can't wait to see them compete tomorrow at Buffalo at noon.
Switching it up to basketball, girls had a doubleheader against Tech with the boys and lost.
Boys basketball played Tech right after and also unfortunately lost.
Keep playing hard, boys. Their next game is tonight in Brainerd, and make sure to take the trip up there to see a good game.
Moving on to hockey, the boys played Chisago Lakes Tuesday and Alexandria on Thursday, and unfortunately lost both.
They play St. Cloud this coming up Tuesday. Make sure you go and support the boys.
Girls hockey lost 1-3 yesterday, but won on Tuesday with a score of 3-0.
Since we are at about the mid-season mark, we thought we'd pull in some of our captains to check up on their seasons.
Thanks to Bryce and Ray, we have all winter activities covered. Let's check it out.
As a team, we're all doing very well. We've had a couple tough duels the last couple weeks, but we've all been wrestling very well and winning some matches where we can.
I think that the season's going really well so far this year. We have a lot of the boys doing PRs, and we're really killing it.
Our season's going really well this year. We won our meet against Fergus Falls on Thursday, and we haven't won against them since 2012, so that was pretty amazing for us.
I think our season is going just splendidly. We have our first public performance next Tuesday, the 22nd, at 6:30. It's free for everybody, so it'd be really cool if people could come see how everything's going.
So our Knowledge Bowl season is going pretty well. We've had 2 meets so far, and we have another one on Saturday in Elk River.
Our season is going pretty well. For the young team that we have, I'd say we're doing on the better side than of what I thought we were going to be doing.
This season we're doing really well. We've came up out on top majority of our games, and we're doing really well, working really hard and stuff.
Our season's going pretty good so far. We're just a couple games out of 500, but we've been in a lot of close games, and I think that we're doing a good job of working together and trying to come out with more wins.
The season so far I think is going pretty good. We're beating teams like Tech that we haven't in the past, and we're also ranked to go to state as of now. and we've been beating our scores from past years, so it's going well. We have a competition at Wayzata this Saturday, but our dance show is on the 26th if you want to come support.
So far this year, our season's going pretty good. We got our teams worked out. Our dishes are coming together. The only thing I'm worried about is timing and stuff, but that figures out. We got time.
I think our season is going really well this year. We haven't actually had a meet yet, but we have a really strong team going into our first meet, so I'm excited for that.
This season is going as planned. We expect it to be better overall as a record, but I think we're improving overall.
So our VEX season this year has been going awesome. We have one team that qualified for state, and they're preparing for state, which is February 1st and 2nd.
We also had one middle school team qualify too, so that's pretty exciting. And first also just started a couple weeks ago, so we're really happy about that. Things are going right on schedule, and we're much farther along than we were last year, and we're hoping we can do really well at Duluth, which is our competition at Duluth is going to be from March 6th to 9th.
Yep. So we're preparing for that.
My goals for the rest of the season are to make it to state and then see how many matches I can win down there and see if I can make the podium.
I want to try to get as many boys to sections in state as possible. I want to keep on getting PRs and try to go undefeated in dual swim meet.
One of our goals for the season is to get a 138 by the end. So we're trying really hard in practice, pushing to stick every landing.
I think my goals for the rest of our season would be to do well at subsections and move on to sections. I think that'd be a really wonderful opportunity for everybody.
Our goals for the rest of the season are hopefully to place in one meet and just to have fun and a good time, which it always is.
The goals for the rest of the season is definitely just to correct our little mistakes that are controllable during the games, like turnovers or even just missed shots, just to get in that extra practice during our off time.
Our goals for the rest of the season are to just work hard and play hard and pretty much just keep up the good work.
My goals for the rest of the season, definitely we want to make a run at the state tournament, and I think we got a good group of guys to do it. It's going to be hard, but I'm excited.
As far as the rest of the season, I'm looking to go to state as we do every year, or at least hoping to. But other than that, I just want to continue beating our scores and just have, overall beat teams we haven't, like we have been.
Definitely want to win state, and if we can win state, place at nationals. I mean, that's always been a goal for the culinary team and Mrs. Levinsky. But yeah, it'd be cool if we could do it this year.
Our goal, or my personal goals for the rest of the season, are just to have a team that's always trying and doesn't give up.
I think goals for the rest of the season should be just to improve, to consistently get better.
And our goals are to make it to Worlds this year, which will be the first time for Storm Robotics.
What I want people to remember this year's team for is that we were always having the most fun, even during tough matches. We brought a lot of energy and tried to make the most of every opportunity we got.
We're an uplifting team, and we always cheer for everyone, no matter what team they're on.
We want people to remember that we are a competitive team that's trying really hard to reach all of our goals, and we're willing to take the extra time in practice to reach them.
I want people to be able to remember that this group of people have been working really, really well together to create something really cool.
Our knowledgeable team is optimistic and always up for a good time, and it's kind of like a little family, and we all have gotten to know each other pretty well, and it's just always fun.
I want most of Sauk Rapids just to remember the family atmosphere that our team has created, just because that we may not be a winning team, but we're a successful team off the court.
We want people to remember our team for always working hard, always having fun, and just keeping a positive attitude throughout the whole season.
What I want people to remember about this year is kind of how we're the group of guys that changed what the hockey team's kind of been about, and I think that we're doing a good job on the ice by winning some more games, and we're doing a good job off the ice by making sure our grades are up and everyone's getting to school and kind of just changing the culture here. So,
what I want people to remember is our craziness and our guy-girl dances, and also the fact that we wore ankle weights to school and like how hardworking we are.
Hopefully it's being the first team to win win nationals from Minnesota. No one's ever done it from Minnesota. The highest score is 7th place, so hopefully we can get first to nationals. That'd be pretty cool.
I really want people to remember our team for how supportive we are of each other. Like, it doesn't matter if we win as much, but like as long as we're supporting every other team out there, as long as we're supporting each other, that's probably what I want people to remember about our team.
Through the ups and downs of the season, I think that as a team we've stuck together through everything.
One of the biggest takeaways we want people to remember us by is that we are easy to work with, we're very professional, and we truly build successful students one robot at a time.
Go Storm!
Sounds like the teams are doing well so far this season.
I agree, and I can't wait to see how they perform in their home stretch of their winter seasons. Make sure to go out and support your Storm sports. Records don't define how seasons are going, SR.
That's all for sports this week. Back to Stacy and Bruce.
Nice to hear that most of our winter sports are doing well this year.
Yeah, I might have to drive up to Brainerd tonight to watch the boys' team play.
Yeah, that's supposed to be, or sounds like fun. It's supposed to be cold, so make sure that you have your blanket and stuff in your car just in case something happens.
SR, I'm Kenan, and today we're going to have some winter essentials that you will need to keep in your car to stay safe on the roads this year. So first off, you got to keep a brush and an ice scraper because you want to be able to see when you're driving. That is very smart to have. But another thing that you would like to have is mittens and a hat, because if you do get stranded, you're going to be cold. So you're going to want to keep these on you so you don't stay as cold. If you're stranded for a long periods of time, always keep a nice jug of water with. It does sometimes freeze, but cold water is the best, am I right? We also need to keep jumper cables with us, because when it's in the winter, your car tends to have a little bit of time where it doesn't like to start. So one of your buddies will be able to hook you up, and then boom, you're good to go. And I like to keep a blanket with me. But this isn't just a regular blanket, this is a wearable blanket, so it will keep me nice and warm if I do get stranded on the side of the road. Alright, another thing you're going to want to keep with you is some kitty litter for when you do get stuck in the snow. You just put some of that down by your tires, it should get you a little bit of traction. But if that doesn't work, it's always nice to keep a little shovel that you can keep in your car with you at all times to dig yourself out of those bad situations. That'll be it for this week, SR. That's me and Alex signing out. Stay safe.
Looks like I'm going to need to put a couple more things in my car before I leave for the game tonight.
Definitely. Why don't we send it over to Reed to give us an update on this week's weather?
Hey SR, this weekend is shaping up to be one of the coldest we've had this year. The reason behind this cold snap is due to a recent influx of Arctic air. This is affecting the whole Great Lakes surrounding area. Today is rather cloudy with a high of 9 degrees, and tonight we'll be reaching sub-zero temps with a low of -5. Tomorrow we can expect more sun, but yet again, a frigid high of 8 degrees and another sub-zero low of -6. Sunday will be our warmest day of the weekend with a balming high of 10 degrees and a low of 4. So make sure you guys bundle up and stay warm this weekend. This has been Reed with your local forecast. Back to Stacy and Bruce in the studio.
Wow, it's going to be a chilly weekend.
Yeah, I'm definitely just going to stay inside and not do anything.
Yeah, but my house is always normally cold.
Maybe you should just get a new one.
A new house?
Yeah, just have somebody build you one.
Maybe I should just build myself one. I want to be an architect.
Well, maybe you should sign up for Construct Tomorrow.
What Construct Tomorrow is it is an event put on by St. Cloud State and the Union Trades, and they do it every year. This year there's going to be more than 18 union construction trades, from pipe fitting to electrical to brick laying, carpet laying, just a whole variety of different events. There's going to be booths set up. It's booth style where students are going to get a hands-on experience of what it's like to do those different trades. They have 3D spray painters, they have 3D welders, and actually they have virtual reality, like heavy equipment operation, which is really cool. So students have the opportunity to really kind of get in and see what it's like to be in that career. There's also reps to talk to them about what training's like, what the job field is like, what career outlook is like. So students are going to really get a lot of good information about what their options are after high school. For Construct Tomorrow, the students who might be targeted or students who might be interested in this are students who are maybe looking to go into the workforce, maybe in some sort of union construction type trade immediately after high school, or maybe even students thinking about, maybe going into a 2-year program for a construction trade. Yes, it's put on by the union, but it still gives students plenty of options for just getting hands-on experience for what they might want to do after high school. To sign up for Construct Tomorrow, all the information is on Schoology, but to sign up for Construct Tomorrow, it's going to require a permission slip. So students can print the permission slip off on Schoology, and they need to turn it into the counseling office by Friday, January 25th. Construct Tomorrow, the event itself, will be on Wednesday, January 30th, and we will be taking a bus over to St. Cloud State, and we'll be busing the students, and our time slot is from 1 to 2:30. So we'll leave a little bit before 1, and then students can expect to get back to the school right around 2:30.
Yeah, I might have to look into that.
Yeah, do it. I wonder if there's anything else going on in the school.
Why don't we check what news has for us this week?
The Gay Straight Alliance is a student-led or community-based organization found in middle schools and high schools as well as colleges and universities, mostly in Canada and the United States.
The organization is intended to be a safe and supportive environment for all students.
Hi, I'm Andy. I am the leader of our GSA. So next week we will be having an event called No Name Calling Week. So in the lunch period throughout the whole entire week, we will have stickers, we'll have information, and we'll have other things that you can see and learn. And we'll also have that Tuesday, we always meet Tuesdays at 7:45, but that Tuesday at 7:50 we will be having a panel that all students can come to, and they can learn about our experiences of being bullied and No Name Calling Week, and they can learn just more information about it. I hope you guys come, and thank you.
There will be no school Monday in memoriam of Martin Luther King Jr. and the legacy he left behind.
A lot of us forget the importance of his movement and the role played on history.
Without Martin Luther King Jr.'s contributions, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 would have never been signed.
Good morning, SR. I'm here today to talk about Martin Luther King Day, which will be celebrated next Monday. The holiday has not been around that long. In 1983, President Reagan signed legislation saying that the third Monday of every January would be celebrated as Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and the holiday started to be widely celebrated in the United States starting in 1986. Of course, the holiday honors Dr. King's legacy as the chief architect of the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s. His strategy, of course, was nonviolent resistance to discrimination and unequal treatment of African Americans. And he had many famous writings and speeches. You're familiar with I Have a Dream, hopefully Letters from a Birmingham Jail. He famously said that he hoped that Americans would judge each other by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. In the last 10, 15 years or so, there has been a push to perhaps not have Martin Luther King Jr. Day be a day off from school. As you know, we don't have school on Monday, but in many places they think that we should have school and we should spend the day on rather than the day off, and spend that day talking about Dr. King's legacy and performing community service and things like that. So while of course we do have the day off, we are challenged to think about Dr. King's legacy and what we can do to make the world around us a better place. So I would like to kind of issue that challenge to you as you enjoy your day off of school on Monday. Reflect upon what Dr. King hoped America would be and what you can do to help us get there.
Minister Alfred Smith and Les Green were at the middle school today presenting on African American history.
The Digging Diversity group did a great job hosting the event.
Sunday, January 13th at 9 p.m., a fire broke out at Pleasant View Elementary School, causing damage to portable classrooms, which were used by third grade students.
Sauk Rapids Rice Fire Chief Jason Fleming said no one was inside the classrooms or the school, Monday classes and after-school programs were canceled, and all classes resumed on Tuesday. Third grade students will continue in the cafeteria.
The true cause of the fire is still under investigation, but it is said that the fire started in the attic above the sprinkler system.
On Wednesday during Connections, our seniors were down in the PAC for a career panel. The 6 professionals gave very insightful advice for those entering the workforce.
Like what makes for a good interview, what sets you apart from other applicants, and what you can do now to prepare for a successful future.
And with graduation coming soon and college just around the corner, we asked some students what their plans are for the future.
Hi, what's your name?
Olivia.
Aaliyah.
What are your plans after high school?
I'm going to Mayville, North Dakota.
I'm going to Minneapolis Tech College.
What are you going to major in?
Early education.
Early childhood education.
Wow. What would you recommend to someone who doesn't know what they're doing after high school?
Just get your generals done.
And then after that, you can transfer to a school you like.
Thanks for your time.
I'm taking over the interviews, and today I will be interviewing Madison Damaris. What are you going to be doing after high school?
I'm going to stay home and go to the tech college.
That's awesome. I'm doing the exact same. If you had to give some advice to somebody who doesn't know what they're planning on doing after high school, what would you give them some advice of?
Just take your time, no rush.
No rush. That's awesome. This is only one episode of Weekday News, but you know where you can get some more information all the time? The counseling office.
Don't worry if you're still unsure of what you want to be for now.
Absolutely. That's all we have for this week in news. Back over to Stacy and Bryson.
Well, that's all we have for this week.
Thank you. Stay warm.